What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about Calum von Moger. He's a big fitness star. He's been in lots of magazine covers. He went from Giga-Chad to being a loser, and now he's a Chad again. So he's been through a lot. He's shared his story on his own channel, on his own podcast. So go check that out. This is not a dig. This is not hating or anything like that. I am happy that he came back. I'm happy that he got his life together. So we're gonna look at Calum von Moger. Also, guys, make sure to check me out on Rumble. I did a part 2 to why men relate to Patrick Bateman, American Psycho, and so it seems like I put too many scenes in that video of the movie, and got a copyright warning, so I had to delete the video, but it is on Rumble, so go check that out. Anyways, let's check out Calum von Moger. So this is Calum von Moger. As you can see, Giga-Chad genetics. This is him about when he was 25 years old. Great genetics. I don't want to hear any negative comments about, oh, juice, he takes juice. Like, do you understand that you can take juice and still look like crap? Okay, you need to have the genetics first, plus the work ethic, plus the nutrition, plus the supplements. Everything under taking juice needs to be in order, right? So genetics, work ethic, nutrition, supplements, and then on top of all of these things being in check, then you take juice, right? So you can't just take juice and look like this guy. So great genetics, great facial structure, great jawline, everything. Hunter eyes, great head of hair. Many times women don't like super duper muscular guys, but for this guy, it works well. I believe he's about 230 to 240 pounds, but great proportions, and he's shredded. As you can see, this is him right here. This is about 9 to 10 years ago. So what happened to Calum was a series of bad events. This is him when he was recovering from drug use. He was messing with cocaine, marijuana, alcohol, methamphetamine, all types of stuff, painkillers. The guy was doing like 5-6 different types of drugs because he fell into a depression. So it was a series of events. First, he had a bicep injury, doing like this bicep stunt. He had a bicep injury. After that, he was rock climbing and got a leg injury. Okay. After that, oh, this is him right here after the bicep injury. He was doing this bicep stunt where he was curling a whole bunch of weight with Chris Bumstead. This is him in the hospital. So he got into the rock climbing accident. He got into the bicep accident. Then he got some crazy insta thought pregnant. Some girl that he wasn't taking serious. It was just an insta thought that he was mingling with, and he got her pregnant. And he was telling her, like, look, I don't want anything serious with you. You're just a girl I was hooking up with. And she's like, no, I'm keeping the baby, yada, yada, yada. Because the guy, he had a few million dollars with his training programs. And I believe he was in a few commercials and stuff like that. And he was in one movie. So had a little Hollywood money, a little bit of Hollywood money, a lot of YouTube money, and a lot of fitness coaching money, and a lot of supplement money. So, the guy was doing pretty well. So she was like, heck no, I am not deleting this baby because number one, you have great genetics. Okay, I got to keep these genetics. And he had a son also, so hopefully the son has great genetics. If you want to go check out who the mom is, her name is Nicola Segura. She's Instagram model. She's pretty hot. You know, he did a good thing, but he didn't want anything serious with her. Um, so he was trying to get her to delete the baby. I'm not saying that's right, okay? Um, you know, he should have been more careful than, you know, being reckless like that. This was when he got into his rock climbing accident and hurt his leg real bad. After that, he got really skinny. So, gets an instant thought pregnant. He makes money on his body and he hurts his bicep and he hurts his leg. So he can't work out. So he's losing muscle and getting skinny. Right? Then on top of that, painkillers, alcohol. All right. And then another thing that happened was that his dog died. You know, in like, I believe all of this happened to him in a span of like 3 years. So he's 34 now. I think it happened to him like around 29. So got an instant thought pregnant. Hurt his arm, hurt his leg. His dog died. Right? Then guess what else happened? His brother dies. It's like this. It's just one event after the other. Bad luck, bad luck, bad luck, bad luck, bad luck. Okay. This is him before, you know, while he was healing up. That was him in the hospital while he was recovering. And then that's him, you know, while he's healing up, trying to get back to it. As you can see, he has a better physique than, you know, 90% of people, even when he's skinny and he's recovering. And that was him coming back, trying to come back. So that's before and then after. So I believe he got those tattoos about 3 years ago. When he was like 30, 31 or something like that. He got, you know, a sleeve tattoo. So you can see he's coming back. He's on his way back. That was him a good 9 years ago, about around there, or 7 years ago. Amazing physique, Giga-Chad genetics. He's Australian. This is him when he was recovering and before getting hurt in the accident, rock climbing accident, and also the bicep stunt. This is him when he played Arnold Schwarzenegger in a movie called Bigger. It was a pretty good movie if you're a bodybuilding fan, you're a gym fan. It was a pretty good movie. This is him with the Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Austrian Oak. That was him also in the movie. And guys, you got to be careful with these Insta thoughts, man, because especially if you're a high status guy. What was that girl, Brittany Renner or something like that? She literally wrote a book. She wrote a book and made videos. And also there's this podcast called Call Her Daddy podcast. It's basically women teaching other women how to trap guys with money, how to you know, take them for everything they have, get pregnant on them, to get child support, alimony, stuff like that. So the Insta girl put him on child support. You know, it's just like all these things after the other, the injuries, plus the drugs, plus drinking, plus your dog dying, plus your brother dying, plus getting a girl that you have no interest in long term, getting her pregnant. It was just a hookup. It was just a fling. It was just, you know, something for now. This is him in the movie, you know, and it's real hard. It's real hard to go through all those things. Plus, you know, your brother dying. You know, if you're close with your brother, which I think most guys are, you know, your brother is like everything. He's like your best friend, your confidant. He's like a second you. He's like your clone, right? And you know, you could tell your brother anything. And for him to, pass away, really sucks. This was him once again before the injuries, great genetics, on his way to superstardom. There were a few movies that he had to turn down. This guy was like on his way, not to be the next Arnold, but to be maybe on par maybe with Dave Bautista, right? As like a muscular, cool guy in a movie. He was on his way for that. There was a podcast that they had, and his former agent or his former manager mentioned that they had to turn down like 4 or 5 movies because of the injuries that he suffered and because he was recovering. So this is him with the beard recovering. When he was real skinny, he was recovering. And then that's him over there with the tattoos after he recovered. That's after the injury. So you could see his arm healed up and he's walking upright. And that's what you got to do in life, guys. It doesn't matter what dumb things you do. It doesn't matter, what situation you're in. You got to get back to it. And now, he's traveling again. He looks good again. He's still young, which is great. His fitness line or whatever he sells is doing great. And I'm so happy to see, him bounce back that way, because if he would have kept on that road in depression and, crying, I know it's sad your brother died. I know it's sad your dog died. But if he would have stayed there using drugs, drinking, and he was using some hardcore drugs. And then on top of that, he attempted to delete himself and he survived. He jumped from a second-story window. Here it is. He jumped from a second-story window. Once again, all of these problems building up. Because of his muscle mass, because of his athleticism, he survived all of that, right? And after attempting to delete himself, after his brother deleted himself, now he looks like that photo right there with the tattoo. So remember, when he has the tattoo sleeve, this is him recovering from all of that mess that he put himself in. And yeah, some things were of no fault of his own, but look how he is after attempting to delete himself, brother dying, all that stuff, getting put on child support, all that crap. His dog died. He's back, and you can't just say, these people that just say, "Oh, juice." No, it's not that easy. It's not just you take juice and you look great. No, you gotta put in the work. Plus, obviously, he has good genetics that responds to the juice to get back. So he attempted to delete himself. Obviously, he was in depression. Obviously, all these things all at once. I mean, he was literally the definition of when it rains, it pours. Okay? So what that means when it rains, it pours is that when something bad happens, it's like, it's gonna get worse. Okay? So he's also the definition of overcoming, what is it, the calm before the storm, right? So like, there's a storm coming, man. You better be careful. This is only the easy part. This is the soft part. And then a crap load of problems just dropped on this guy, and he was able to come back. This was when his brother deleted himself. So his brother deleted himself, and then his dog died, and then some crazy B word put him on child support, and then recovering from injuries. And that's really hard when you look like him, and then you have to look at yourself in the mirror and you're just like skinny and wimpy, and all your livelihood and your money comes from looking good and looking buff and looking jacked, and then you look like a total like regular guy. That has to be depressing. Um, so this was him after he threw himself out of a second story window, attempting to delete himself and surviving. Insanity, insanity. That was his brother who deleted himself. Very sad. Um, Rest in peace. May God rest his soul and all of that stuff. Um, as you can see, no tattoo sleeve. So that's before his injuries and before um, getting the Insta pregnant and before the dog dying and all that stuff. This is now, you see him with tattoo sleeve. This is him today. He grew out his beard. He has like this alpha male look or whatever. I am so happy. Take this as a story of motivation, guys, that someone can bounce back from all of that and still come back on top. This is him. This is a recent photo of him. You know, he's off of the street drugs. You know, he overcame his brother's death. He overcame his dog's death. You know, he's probably paying some crazy chick money, but you know, he's alive and he's well and he's doing good. Okay, this is a recent photo of him. Um, he has like this alpha male beard look going on. Uh, that's him traveling. That's what he's doing now. That's a recent photo. He's traveling out there in Asia and stuff like that. Um, Here's another recent photo. Amazing, amazing, amazing comeback. That was him when he was recovering from his injuries. I mean, looks like a normal guy. Don't get me wrong, you could still see that he works out kind of. But if you saw that guy in the street, you'd say, yeah, you know, he's in shape. Nothing impressive, but he's in good shape. Um, that beard, not a lot of guys can pull that off, man. I'm telling you, not a lot of guys can pull that beard, that bushy beard off. But if, for example, if you have a bad jawline and a bad chin, but he has a great jawline and a great chin. But if you yourself have a bad jawline and a bad chin, it might be a good idea to try to grow out a beard. Um, that's him with Rich Piana, guys. Go check out the video I made on Rich Piana. Um, he was like a superstar in the fitness industry, right? This is him before all that messed up stuff happened to him. As you can see, Giga-Chad genetics. Because what happens is a lot of guys have an amazing physique, but then it ruins their face. Their face is not handsome. But this guy had it all. He had like the handsome face plus Giga-Chad physique. As you can see here, before all the madness, before all that messed up stuff happened to him, amazing physique, handsome guy, full head of hair, everything, the whole nine. The guy, you know, I know a lot of times you start making money and you want to have fun and stuff like that, but you gotta be careful with women trying to trap you to get money out of you. And you gotta be careful with partying and using drugs and drinking. Be very, very careful with that, man. That stuff is serious. This was when he injured his bicep trying to curl 4 plates on each side, which is 405 pounds. So obviously they're gonna share the weight, but it seems like his bicep couldn't take it and it snapped, right? But then he came back from it. This was him when he was recovering, as you can see, losing muscle mass. But still, look, still being positive, still like a positive guy. That was his dog that died. Cute dog, very sad. This is, I believe, before the accident because there's no tattoo sleeve. This is before the accident, so it seems like he tried that beard look before he got hurt. This is him, or no, wait, I see the tattoo sleeve. No, this is after recovering. This is before recovering, and this is after recovering because you see the tattoo sleeve there. Um, but yeah, guys, this is Calum von Moger. The guy got addicted to drugs, recovered. And it started, once again, you got to be careful with that pain medication. A lot of wrestlers, WWE wrestlers, suffer from that too, taking Percocets and stuff like that. So you got to be careful with that stuff. And then from there, you just go to more hardcore stuff. Plus, you're sad. Your brother died. Your dog died. You get some crazy insta thought B word pregnant. She puts you on child support, taking you to court, trying to take every penny out of you. I mean, any guy would fall into depression. You lose your looks, but the guy bounced back. I'm glad to see it. Very, very, very glad to see it. So yeah, these are recent photos. That's a recent photo. That's a recent photo. That's a recent photo right there. So yeah, he went from Giga-Chad, Hollywood, making a whole bunch of money, super handsome, to messing up his life a little bit. Some his fault, some not his fault. And then bouncing back from attempting suicide, crazy insta B word, brother's death, dog's death, injuries, and the guy comes back. And that's him now. He's making money again, traveling. He's a Chad again. So I'm happy to see it. And those are the type of stories that I love. Not that I want anyone to go through what he went through, but those are the stories that I love. I don't like, a story where this guy, he was great and he was awesome, and then bad things happened in his life and he just gave up. No, he didn't give up. He came back and fixed it all up. So great on him. I've always looked up to this guy. He's a few years older than me, and I've followed him for years, and just amazing motivation. So check out Calum von Moger. He went from Giga-Chad to a loser and back to being a Chad. So guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Go check out my Rumble channel, because the things that are not allowed on YouTube will be on Rumble. So go check out Rumble. Anyways, guys, love you. See you on the next one, and I'm out.